Speaker, to the Minister of Health. Speaker, while this government tries to convince Ontarians we've turned the corner on ER wait times, a recent initiative from Grand River Hospital paints a different picture. Residents in KW are being asked to foot the bill themselves to reduce ER wait times since patients are waiting longer than they should.
Really?
Speaker, in a letter to neighbours, the Hospital Foundation indicates we do not have enough ER doctors to serve our growing community. But it's not too late. While the government's funding has failed to meet ER demands, the letter explains that your gift of $30, $50, or whatever you can will help us bring more emergency physicians to Grand River Hospital.
Wow.
Speaker, can the minister explain why Kitchener Waterloo residents are being hit up with fundraising letters to support ER needs that her government has failed to provide?
Wow. Good question.
Minister of Health, long-term care.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I appreciate the question. What I can tell the member opposite is that since 2008, when we first introduced our ER strategy to reduce wait times in ER, and we began, Mr. Speaker, by actually publishing and making transparent and available to the public what those wait times were, which is something that the party opposite, the official opposition, never did, Mr. Speaker. But what we saw since 2008 is an improvement in the wait times and a decrease in the amount of time that Ontarians have to wait in their ERs. And there's a recent report that I referenced earlier from the Fraser Institute that showed in recent years, despite an increasing population, increased visits to our ERs, an aging population with more complex conditions, despite all of that, we are continuing to see a decrease in the past 7 years, 8 years, Mr. Speaker, a decrease in the wait times, both for the high acuity visits as well as the less acuity visits, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary.
Thanks, Speaker. I'll send him over a copy of the letter so he knows what I'm talking about. So, just last year, Grand River Hospital had to cut 68 staff, including 23 nurses due to the government's lack of support.
That sounds familiar.
This year, they're having to go hat in hand to the community just to meet our ER needs. As the fundraising letter explains, over the past few years, we've tried very hard to cut wait times. Doctors have shifted their hours and staff haven't ensured efficiencies in patient flow. And while they've done their part, the letter notes that each year the ministry only funds one ER resident, and this is not enough to meet our shortage. To help cut wait times, please give today. So,
please give today.
Will the minister tell us what we can mark him down for? $30, $50?
What do you give, Minister?
Or will he provide whatever he can to support ER needs at Grand River Hospital in Kitchener Waterloo?
Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, here's what you can count on me for. You can count on this government for $1.379 million for Grand River Hospital Corporation that I announced just last week, Mr. Speaker. Just last week. Almost $1.4 million for Grand River Hospital. That's in addition to what we announced in our spring budget, Mr. Speaker, which was $345 million, including funding for Grand River, an additional $140 million across this province. So, Mr. Speaker, we are committed to our hospitals, as evidenced by the almost 3%, Mr. Speaker, increase in operating costs for budgets this year alone. That investment will help with ER wait times. It will help us make even more progress than what the Fraser Institute has demonstrated to us, that we are decreasing wait times to the point where we are among the best in Canada.
Thank you.